Be diligent to present yourself approved to God, a worker who does not need to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. 2 Timothy 2 verse number 15. Knowing the proper interpretation of the book of Revelation helps one to appreciate the message of God to his suffering children. It goes further to guard one from believing and practicing error today. Many today fail to study this wonderful book because they find the content of the book too difficult to appreciate or too difficult to understand. Popular topics such as Antichrist, 66, Rapture, Armageddon, 144,000, the 1,000-year reign of Christ, the Great Tribulation, among many other topics, have been coined from this book of signs and symbols. The interpretation of the book of Revelation depends entirely upon the method one chooses. Today, one method of interpretation that we will be looking at is the futurist method. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, we would encourage you to do so, for we have a lot of things to discuss with you. Looking at this method of interpretation, we realize that the method looks upon the book as dealing with events that lie in the future, events that will occur immediately prior to Christ's second coming, and also concerning the end of the world. You should also note that futurists take numbers literally when they are interpreting the book of Revelation. Not just the numbers, they take other symbols also literally. So you need to note that. And most futurists are dispensational premillennialists, and that we'll be looking at in a moment. Dispensational premillennialists believe in 7 different dispensations of time for this earth, and they base the argument on Genesis 1. Let's look at the 7 distinct dispensations they talk about. First, that is from the time of Adam till the fall of man. They call that the dispensation of innocence. From the fall until the flood, they call that the dispensation of conscience. From the flood to the call of Abraham, that's the dispensation of human government. From the call of Abraham to the giving of the law on Mount Sinai is known as the dispensation of promise. From the 5th dispensation is the dispensation of law. That is from the giving of the law of at Mount Sinai through to Jesus' public ministry. Then the 6th dispensation is the dispensation of grace. Then finally the dispensation of the kingdom. With regards to the book of Revelation, they claim that the book has 2 parts, chapter 1 to chapter 3, chapter 4 to chapter 22. And this is what they say. They claim that the message to the 7 churches of Asia represents the state of church history. So maybe you have discussed the Bible with somebody, and the person goes like, you see, the church at Philadelphia represents a time in church history. The church at Laodicea represents another time in church history to the end. And so that is one of the beliefs that they have. They believe that the second part, which is chapter 4 to chapter 22, deals with issues like the period of tribulation, the rapture, the 666, the 1,000-year reign, the establishment of the kingdom of Christ on this earth. One thing you should note concerning the futurist method is this. They believe that the church was an afterthought of God. It was not in God's original plan, and that the church was a plan B in God's scheme of redemption for man. And so they claim that Jesus Christ originally was going to establish his kingdom on this earth, but he could not do that. And because he could not do that before he was killed, then he brought in a plan B, and that plan B was the church. But is this view consistent with the scriptures? Is this view true? When we look through the lens of the Bible, we will look at that in a moment. Looking at all this, then we can raise some objections to this particular method of interpreting the book of Revelation. The first one is that it is not consistent with the time frame of the book. Why? When we look at the time frame of the book of Revelation, we are told that in chapter 1 verse 1, there are things that are to take place shortly. Chapter 1 verse 3, for the time is near. Chapter 22 verse 6, the things will shortly take place. Chapter 22 verse 10 also tells us that John should not seal the words of this prophecy, for the time is near, or the time is at hand. So it's not consistent with the time frame. The futurist looks at it some 2,000 years in the future, and that will not be consistent with what we see in the book. The second objection to this method is that it doesn't fit the context of the book. Why? Because the early Christians were going through a lot of persecution, and the message was written to encourage them, to give them hope, and also to instruct them and to warn them of their errors. So to look at the book some 2,000 years in the future would be very, very wrong. So that's the primary purpose of the book. So the futurist method falls in this aspect. And the other aspect is that we are dealing with 7 physical churches in Asia Minor. But the futurist method looks at, for some people in the future, that is so different from the 7 literal churches we see in the book. So it makes it very, very wrong. It makes this method very, very wrong. The fourth objection to this method is that much of the symbolism in the book of Revelation isn't compatible with the book. When you look at the book itself, most of the things in the futurist method is not compatible with the symbolism. Why? When you look at chapter 12 of Revelation, the Bible talks of the birth of Christ. That is the woman and the baby. We spoke about it in our previous lesson. And talking about the birth of Christ, that is in the past. But the futurist method looks at everything in the future. And so it makes it very, very faulty and very, very wrong. So these are some of the objections we see with the futurist method. But I'd like to read with you Revelation chapter 6 verse number 9. When he opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of those who had been slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, until you judge and avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth? So this is a question, and this is a cry of the early Christians. They were looking for salvation. They were looking for hope. And when you read chapter 17, we find out that they get their response in chapter 17, 18 to the verse number chapter 22. And so the futurist method falls flat when you look at it from the lens of the scriptures. In our subsequent lessons, we will be looking at the preterist method of interpreting the book of Revelation and the other methods as well. God richly bless you for staying with us till this time. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so, for we have a lot of wonderful things to discuss with you. Like we always say, don't just read the Bible, but study the Bible. The Churches of Christ salute you.